to a temple and putting off all the lights. It is that bad. Therefore, we started it about 300 acres of, with great difficulty, about 300 acres of land. We could forest, and money was not there. Nobody would give the money. Then then we became a public limited company. You know why? Beyond 49 people, if I take any money from anybody to invest in the company, it's not allowed by rules. Therefore, only public limited company. Therefore, we became a public limited company to beg some more with my friends. We are now 90 people. Okay, and during this time, 2008, 2009, the economic downturn started everywhere. It affected us also. Bank balance came to 16,000 rupees. All of us were running with no salaries, no nothing. At least I am now 70, at that time 62-year-old young man. Whereas all the others, youngsters who have joined me are 32, 33 with young families, children. About five of us continued, and then 2 left away. 3 of us continued with all the difficulties. We came to the level where people have started recognizing us in a big fashion. And not only we were recognized, and another one was that people have started seeking us. Do you need any funding? It was a music to the ears. We thought, that's it, money is coming. And everybody wants to come and do the so-called due diligence. Where do you do the due diligence? How many forests have you grown? No, how many power stations have you set up? Sir, these forests are to grow. From this, I am going to set up power stations. Oh, you have not set up power stations, he said. I thought you were a power man. I said, I am a power man, but I am a power farmer. I am not a power man. Would nothing would sell. Then finally the VCs have started coming who refused to talk to us. One VC called Avishkar, name is very Indian. They are a set of people who settled down in US, UK, everywhere. They came forward and they said, okay, let us see that. And they took 14 months of due diligence. 4 times we wanted to close down our business. 4 times. And over and above that, we also tried so many times to probably sell it away to somebody. So many people would come for investing. Kitna chahiye yaar? 20 crores? No problem, take it. We'll become a 1% owner next day. All the people came only for that land, which has already we created about 20 crores worth of assets in that land. A 10,000 rupees acre, which we bought in a third-rate useless land where nothing grows, only stones, that has become a 5 to 10 lakhs per acre because it's all green. Most of the people wanted the land, 300, 500 acres of completely, legally everything perfect land. When they came to know these are all a set of educated people, they have done everything straightforward, absolutely straightforward. Not a single politician, not a single gunda, not a single administrator, no bureaucrat, nobody had the guts to guide 7 years in a completely politically volatile place like southern Tamil Nadu where ADMK, DMK kill each other every day. There, my girls take the jeep at 12 o'clock in the night and go to the forest. I've got a lot of girls but the only problem with the girls, they want to get married whenever they get a good salary. I don't know how to solve this riddle. They even go in the middle of the night to the forest. And one led to the other. We finally found a good day. Avishkar, just 3-4 months ago, gave us a $5 million, but they asked us to set up 2 power stations and also another 1,000 acres of land. Second round of funding, people are already waiting there. I want to see your power station, then I am prepared to put for 100 megawatts. 100 megawatts with the forest together is 1,000 crore. 4 months ago, I was selling my personal properties. Today, see where I am in. I am not an entrepreneur by birth. That's why whenever in any places when people talk about innovation, entrepreneur, I tell only one, you need only one single quality: guts and lack of fear of failure. There are any number of failures are there. I think I I'll skip most of the slides. Go back to this. Okay, this slide, any one of them. This slide is very interesting. This is the first 360 degrees green power initiative. Top left, I don't know whether you can see. Top left is forestation program. If you have a forestation program, then you can you can enable electrical power stations. Then you can set up the industries. Then there will be an increase in demand. This is how it keeps growing. Okay, next. Go ahead. Go away. Last, just hold on. This the whole concept is called man-made high-density regenerative forests with fast-growing trees. Man-made it is not a natural forest. Almost all the knowledge in the world for the forest is the rain-fed forest. If I go to a forester, he gives me all the talk about how in 50 years or 30 years he can grow a very well-done forest. What the hell do I do about it? No banker is prepared to wait for more than 3 years. Okay, and they're all high density. I don't need a huge number of big trees with a huge amount of canopy. I need just sticks to grow. And over a period of time, we found there are 7 varieties. We found common local trees without touching any ecology. Ecology we never touch. All of us are educated people. Minimum, it's an executive run company. In place of what NABARD gave us a project report, they wanted 350 people to run the company. I said, where the hell do I get the money for 350 people? It's a 35 people. This is one thing I have learned in American companies. It is a 35 people executive run company. Everything is outsourced. Okay, therefore the village is totally, hold on, go back, first, go to the first, yeah, just there. See, this is what I would like to tell. This is a very, very important one. Growing trees. Growing trees is not growing trees. It's an exceptionally This is one I would like to share with all of you people. Forest is a very serious business. It doesn't belong to scientists. It doesn't belong to industry farmers. It doesn't belong to engineers. It belongs to a huge, completely whole lot of. It's a very multidisciplinary thing. How you grow a forest is that. And this is not that we are intelligent or anything. Over a period of time, 10 years it took us to get this knowledge and this much of a formality. First and foremost, before you plant trees, you need to know what the industrial power requirements is, what is the quality, what is the price, what is it you are going to do. Okay, the minute you talk about power, the other guy is going to ask you how much is it, isn't it? How much are you going to sell it to me? That's the first thing which drives everything. Next. Based on that, you have to talk about what kind of a power station, what is kind of a technology, economics, etc. Then you have to talk, because there is firewood to be transferred here and there, the logistics part of it comes in. Then, because it is a biomass, you also have to know the biomass characteristics, like what is the calorific value, what is the high density, etc., etc. Then, forest is not shown. Then, how does the forest grow? That is next one. Then, you need to know about something about the land, ecology, everything. Then, government policies, sorry, not politics, it is processes, sorry. Government policies and processes, these things you have got to know, otherwise you will not be able to do. In some places, as a matter of fact, we don't buy any more lands, everything is available on lease. There's a huge amount on lease available. Okay, but the most important thing in this is, nothing, at no place can you do this unless you take the society forward along with you. Just next bit. Therefore, the most important thing we found is social inclusion. If there is no social inclusion, there is nothing you can do. Any day, any minute, you can be closed down. Now, social inclusion is not basically social inclusion is not some kind of a corporate social responsibility. Build something out. Here, social inclusion means they are part of the business. If they are not there, you collapse. If we are not there, they are not going to get anything. Okay, both these things, it has been tried out. It's 7 years of trying out. We achieved the results now. Therefore, what I would like to tell is, energy plantation is not growing trees. There are a number of books written for the last 100 years. Everybody wrote about energy plantations. Lots of PhDs have been obtained. Lots of seminars have been conducted. Hardly anybody walks the talk. Better next. Okay, this I have already told you. Only unused lands, nothing from government. All sources from urban professionals, social inclusion. Next. Don't go ahead. Just go to the next slide. Go back one. Go back. There is one very important thing I would like to tell. Unless this is done like a corporation, it will always fail. You have to have the complete management wherewithal. Completely, it has to be run like we do the review systems, standard operating procedures, computerization, everything that you think of. In a $1 billion company, you have to do it. That is when you do it cheaply. Otherwise, we use our malum, we use our friends, knowledge here, there. Don't believe anybody. Just do you, when you are running a big company, do you believe anybody? You have systems, isn't it? Same thing, you have got to develop it. Okay? Now the EPPI can grow, that is Energy Plantation Projects India Limited, that's in my company. That can grow. Forest in 3 to 4 years, we reduced to 2 to 3 years. Regrow them. Previously 2 to 3 years, now it is 1 to 2 years. Okay? Next. I'd like to see a few photographs. This is the trial forest near Madurai. And now, if you want more and more power, you need more and more trees, isn't it? Lakhs of trees means lakhs of saplings required. And that is another one, that is a science by itself. Then whenever we went to anybody, everybody gives us gyan without a business or economic intent of it. Everybody wants his own time, his own effort, his own... it's so difficult to tell, it's a heartbreaking. You want to do something, every scientist, every government officer, everybody has something to tell you instead of solve your problems. Therefore, we learned ourselves what to do. Okay, therefore you can see that scaling up facilities. Okay, go ahead, next. This is in 2006. One side where the camera is, that is where my farmhouse I created. On the other side, the 2-acre land, you can see how high it has gone. It is just about 18 months old. And right in 2006, I could see how the forest looked like inside. This is how I could bring in the educated young people. I am the youngest man in my company. Average age is 32. Therefore, it's a 2-year plantation. And it is now you can see in 2010 itself the kind of plantations which have come in. It's all actually happened. Okay, Peter? Go ahead, go to the next one. This is the next. That's enough. Therefore, all that what I would like to tell is, we have started achieving our whatever we are set out to. We got the funding, not the whole funding. First tranche, ye karo, wo karo, ye karo, wo karo. Baad mein second tranche milega. Anyway, at least we are having a proper meal nowadays. And there are a few. I would like to. What Tulsi told me was, give some message. I'm too small to give a message, but there is something I can tell you. Go to the nature. Fantastic. Nature, what it can give is something unbelievable. A few trees in your backyard, 100 houses, 200 houses together, if they start doing it, you can have a power station for your village. A few acres, a few villages or a group of villages can have power, and you can get the power for less than 1 rupee 50 paisa, 2 rupees per unit. A few hundreds of acres, small to medium industries can survive. Thousands of acres, cities and large industries, all of them can survive. Now, you may all ask, where is the land from? There is plenty of land in private sector. There are a lot of them are available, and they are prepared to give you on lease or Only the problem is in the middleman. I'm trying to find out how do I have an antidote for the middleman. Okay, then when these things start, you will find lots of lands are available from in the private sector for lease. With that you can do quite a bit of the work. Okay, then as far as the power station is concerned, now it's not all that easy when I'm talking about it. We went through huge amount of difficulties. Power purchase agreements, everybody says it's very easy. You go there, they need the power, but the guy, boss wants, company wants. By the time it comes to purchase manager, you are one of them. One of the many people who stood outside. It really hurts. Believe me, a 70-year-old man who has run large corporations, I'm standing outside. When the company wants power, this fellow is keeping me outside and talks everything about power. And he knows everything. And it takes 4 months, 5 months, 6 months to sign a power purchase agreement when they are desperately in need of a power yesterday. Then there is a pollution control board. You have to take a pollution control board acceptance or a clearance even for solar power stations. I still don't know why. There is nothing that you can do about it. Every state has got it. But surprisingly, very surprisingly, among all the people, of course, similar is the case. You go to the banks. Banks, they say, you get all these things, I will give you the money. See, we get the money only 30%. All this investment is only 30%. 70% you still have got to go for debt. The equity is only 30%. Now, when you go there, banks say, you do all those things, come to me. I will give you the debt. Whereas you go to PPA, power purchase agreement, he says you get everything, then I will give you sign the PPA. Pollution control board, government, clearances for the power station, you get everything, you get the money, everything, then everybody says you get everything else. Where the hell do you get it? Anyway, the one thing I would like to tell is that governments in India, state governments, have changed, sea change in the last 5 years. They really ask you to, they are giving any amount of advantages, preferences to you, but you have to go through the Shudra Devata. That I can't help it. Shudra Devatas are always there. Okay, otherwise, there is, the governments are very, very friendly to you. Lot of things you can do. Last thing I would like to tell him is that I would like to tell villagers, my message to villagers is, believe the educated people with professional qualifications. Use dry lands. Don't look for government freebies. There is no need for a penny from government. All these things are done without the government money. Educated urban people, I would like to tell them, come on, you don't need to go and work anywhere. You can set up your own power stations. It's very cheap. You see, it's about 1 megawatt, 10 crore. You have to put in only 3 crores out of it. If 10 of you people put in 30 lakhs, or each of, suppose 100 of you put in 1 lakh each, over a period of 4 years, what do you get back? 1 lakh every year. You can't believe this. I can show you the whole financial calculations, proof, everything is there. There is nothing that I have got to say. I would like to become a politician at the end. Before. Jai nature. Jai Bhuma Devi. Jai ecology. And Jai Tulsi for giving me this chance.